Some TA, you know, a bit of burst, bit of physical damage from that as well. It doesn't go amiss. Hey guys! So, Venomancer and Broodmother, the ESL 1 in New York meta, it's hit. It's hit. Don't want to be dealing with Brood. Venomancer's annoying as all hell. I mean, Legion Commander is kind of an interesting takeout there as well by Danish Bears. Good against Ember Spirit, the fact you've got the duel, that Blink initiation combo that you can actually launch out from her. But not really what I was looking for as like a third pick. Slardar though, in there with a physical minus armor damage output. Ember Spirit does not enjoy that at all. So they've got lockdown, they've got plenty of that. Winter's Curse, amplified damage for the minus armor onto Ember Spirit. They can control him and they can absolutely rip him apart in these small engagements. So I think Danish Bears, you really want to look for some kind of sustain. Someone who can, you know, keep Ember Spirit alive and without Dazzle, without Wisp. Who can we actually look at here? And if that's the case, do we go the complete opposite way? Do we look for all-out aggression? Do we want more control? More actual damage and stuns to set up for the Ember Spirit to actually get himself into the mid-game? Oh yeah, Steam's down. Excellent. Well, Wind Ranger there, probably for Hester Joe towards the middle lane. So more lockdown, more physical damage with the Focus Fire, but also some good magic damage with the Power Shot. Please fix sound, turn up the sound, sort out the sound. Yeah, I know the stream's a little bit dark. I'm not sure how I can change that, though.
10 seconds remaining.
Can I do this? Can I do this and does it change it? Oh god. That's looking a little bit better. Okay, we're gonna leave it at that, because if I press anything else, it's all gonna go to shit and it'll break. That's brighter, definitely. Okay. The sound is off. Excellent memes. Absolutely brilliant. Lemondogs, 4th pick. What do we want? Earthshaker offlane, I'm pretty sure. Winter Wyvern gonna be in that support role. I've been seeing a little more diversity in the style of Winter Wyvern play, especially early on in the game now. Because previously, Winter Wyvern would pretty much always go towards mid, pop the Arctic Burn, harass down the enemy mid laner or the support that's trying to counteract the Wyvern, and then you know, meander your way back up to your safe lane and sort things out there with stacks and pulls. But Winter Wyvern we saw from VP, where basically you stacked and pulled until you got level 3. Level 2 Splinter Blast does a ton of damage. Honestly, an absolute ton of damage. Couple it up with Arctic Burn, and you can go ganking as Winter Wyvern. Often seen as a static hero.
5 seconds remaining.
This Lady Ice Dragon actually pumps out a ton of control in early skirmishes. 7-second cooldown on Splinter Blast. Sure enough, Arctic Burn's a long-ass cooldown, but pop it once and you're pretty good.
Dire team ban. Radiant team ban.
Oh boy. Ogre Magi. So yeah, they go with the more aggressive route here. Less sustain, more aggression, and basically just run at them.
10 seconds.
With Ogre Magi. Armor buff, but his slows and stuns actually pretty good. And again, they've got ways of cancelling out blinks. Slardar loves to go for the blink as well as Earthshaker. And Ogre Magi with that sort of, you know, pinging splash out of his Ignite, going into Fog. It can be really annoying as a blink carrier. If you're looking for that good initiation onto Ember Spirit and all of a sudden you're hit by an Ignite and you can't go anywhere. You have to turn volume up really high to hear me. I don't think that's... Oh, hello. Interesting. 4-spot Night Stalker, yeah, roaming around, killing people. He's got good base HP regen, so Slardar Wyvern up in the safe lane. Earthshaker off. The Night Stalker, though, you know, very often we see him paired with like a Darkseer or something like that, where he has multiple lanes to gank into. I don't know if he can gank into the Earthshaker lane. Shadow Fiend lane, once SF hits level 3 or 4, maybe you can actually look towards there. With Silence and Slow over onto the Wind Ranger, you can actually set up for these kills.
Reserve time.
Dog versus bear. So how do you bolster your lanes now? Ogre Magi could be your off-lane hero, but I'm not a big fan of that. I think the Clockwork Ban-Out's a good shout there. So what do we have left, actually? You know, no Legion, no Clock, Brood, Dark Seer, Night Stalker, Earthshaker. All of them. All of the popular off-lane heroes are pretty much gone. Aggro Trilane is a possibility here, though. Ogre Lina +1, like Ogre Lina plus Ember isn't too shabby. And then maybe you go for something towards the safe lane, but Phoenix going to be their last pick up there. A hero that has suffered of late in the past 2 patches, you know, this one and the previous, with the win rate. It's ridiculously low. Like, honestly, Phoenix has like a sub 30% win rate, something along those lines. It is really poor. I mean, the hero gets shut down very easily by silences, stuns, harass, has no armor to begin with. So right-click attacks from regular supports like Winter Wyvern with Arctic Burn just keeps throwing out these attacks. And Phoenix, yeah, struggles quite a bit. But maybe they can make this work once he starts hitting into that level 6. Get the Supernova up and land a couple of good shackles. You know, they've got stuns galore to set up for it. Searing Chains, Shackles, they can lock down multiple people an absolute ton. So if that Supernova does get to land, we'll see how they fare. Righty-ho, old chaps. No, that's wrong. Cap isn't here. Cap is flying. Let's get rid of that. It is just me. Just me tonight. So, Phoenix, Ring of Protection. Get yourself some bloody armor. Head up to top lane. Chocolate over on that. Noya, your Ogre Magi, and Rise under Lina. Rise has been playing a very impressive 4-role Lina, actually. Transitions into the core role pretty quickly. Ace on your Ember Spirit and has to join the Wind Ranger. No big surprises there. Your utility magic damage dealing mid, your agi carry towards the safe lane. Danish Bears have a very similar setup in the majority of their games. They've got a well-defined style, and I think honing this, they've actually looked good over the past couple of weeks. They started off a little bit, you know, a little bit rough around the edges, a little bit shaky. But as time has gone on, they've definitely improved and pushed their potential to the limits. Over on the dial, what have we got? Lemondogs, Frigolite, Steph Style, the Earthshaker, as well as your Winter Wyvern. So ES support role, with Eris Loco playing your Night Stalker. I didn't really think about that. I've seen so much of Night Stalker in the 4 spot, in that roaming support role, that offlane Night Stalker kind of just slipped my mind. And up at top, who's this? Krilly, Slardar. Last but not least, Eskil on your Shadow Fiend. So SF against Wind Ranger, an interesting matchup. Wind Ranger, you know, does well early on, but it's going to come down to these supports and whether or not they can actually secure last hits for them as the stun comes down onto Eskil. Has to Joe, though. Has to pop the wind run. Good LSA over onto 3. And Steph Style trying to get the damage out, but I'm not sure they've got enough. They need a raise. They need something. Long-range raise is all they need to finish him off. It's out of range. And Eris Loco is going to be the one that goes down first. Ace looking for the Searing Chains again, but not off cooldown for another 8 seconds. This Wind Ranger running as quickly as she possibly can. Now, even though Radiant got first blood there, just look at this middle lane. Noya might actually die here with a couple more raises and will actually drop. Yeah, so first blood goes the way of Danish Bears, and even if Ogre doesn't go down there, I still feel like Lemondogs have the upper hand. The fact Shadow Fiend, okay, he went for raises level 1, that's perfectly fine. But Wind Ranger, no HP. Salve is coming in now, but her lane is going to be so rough. Frigolite and Steph Style, 2 supports, are looking pretty hot as well, can head themselves up to top lane. And Krilly in a 1v1 against Phoenix, he doesn't mind about this at all. So it looks like a good start for Danish Bears, but Lemondogs, they've secured their lanes, they've got some good early farm on the Shadow Fiend, 4 and 0. Oh, the courier maybe could have got sniped there by Hester Joe. Not seeing that Shadow Fiend does not have mana for his raises. And Eris Loco should just be able to drag the lane equilibrium back towards his tier 1. Poor little Rise. The lonely range creep. So Frigolite is in this role that I was saying has become less and less popular. The kind of 4/5 role Earthshaker, where you stack, you build things up for your Shadow Fiend. Of course, this is like an age-old combo. The ES SF, the ES Lina, whatever your actual mid lane hero is, just setting up for raises, looking for that blind initiation from Fog onto your opponent mid laner, and you can actually set up these kills pretty nicely for them. But the majority of the time, it's mainly about defense. being able to stop aggression onto your mid laner and stacking up camps to make sure they've got something to fall back on. But now Frigolit's been spotted here. As does Neuer though. And in from the side, has to Joe. Not sure this is where you want to be heading into, Frigolit. Looking for the punches, looking for the Fisher or something, but he's not going to be able to get in there. Oh, Ember and Wind Ranger, they've done a good job actually holding out on these lanes. 14-6, 13-1. And Nightstalker though, getting up in the face of this Ember Spirits. The Lina really wants to continue stacking and pulling and building up her levels. You know, level 3 is kind of threshold for when Lina starts to become incredibly powerful from this 4 spot. I'm actually going to look for the body block here. Good tango through. Eris Loco not going to get caught by this, but maybe he will now. He turns back to fight, and this will allow Rice to get him with the LSA Dragon Slave with the Flame Guard burning him through. He's going to drop here. One more slice out from Ace. That's going to secure you another kill. He has left this lane, and will be missing out on a few last hits. He's not too worried about this. Not too worried at all. Up at the top, it's going to be the dual lane. And this dual lane we've seen before. Ogre plus Phoenix, Beastmaster plus Phoenix, hell, Undying plus Phoenix. We've seen it from MVP, seen it from a bunch of Russian teams. A tanky hero plus a Phoenix equals super annoying lane presence. You've got Ignite, you've got a body to go and throw at them. Because, you know, Phoenix in general is good at trading hits with the Fiery Spirits, with support in general. Stopping the farm of your safe lane melee carry as well is something that he's great at. Are they going to get this timing right? Fisher, oh no, the pathing! No! Reborn pathing just allowed Chocolate to escape. Like, he was dead to rights. With that stun out from Slaughter, he was gone. He was absolutely gone. Frigolit's being chased down by this Ogre, though. Are they going in again? They've got the old stun out from Krilly, and there's no dive, so that should be the death of your Phoenix. Krilly's under this tower, though. Oh, hang on a second. Fiery Spirits? Fiery Spirits? Oh, they couldn't launch their projectiles out fast enough. And level 3 power shot. You're not going to be able to hit anyone. Not going to be able to take anybody out here. Hester Joe comes up. McCrilly and Steph Star looking pretty healthy, and Shadow Fiend is now allowed to farm pretty freely down towards this middle lane. Why no Dota audio? There should be. I can hear it. I can hear it. I'll check in a second. Once this movement up the top is actually gone to completion. Doesn't look like they're going to make a move in. They know Earthshaker's off to the side. Frigolit now moving into hide. But look at this, Lemondogs. They're so passive behind their trees. So Hester Joe realizes, hang on a second, Eskil. I was even with him with last hits just a couple of seconds ago, and all of a sudden Shadow Fiend, you know, pile drives himself towards the top. Oh, speaking of top, we're going to go in again. No Fisher. No Fisher to start things off. Well, looking towards mid though. Eskil slow down with the Ignite, and Hester Joe with the right clicks out here. Should be able to get a kill. Good raise, and not going to be enough. Okay. I think now's a good time. Audio? Nope. I have no idea. No idea. That's a good setup. Chocolate has to dive though. There's no more stuns. But at this point, it's just forcing him to dive. Because they know they've got clarity over on the Earthshaker. Krilly has another stun with his stick charge as well. If they're forced to dive now, that's 25 seconds where Chocolate cannot get towards creep range. Can't get experience, can't really get gold. And he's always going to be under threat of being attacked, just like Hester Joe is in mid lane. Eris Logan comes in, stunned up by the Ogre though. And Neuer finds an Invis rune of all things. They do not have any reveal, but with the Fisher landing, Neuer, oh god, they can see him now. The sentry's placed down, and that's a really good kill coming in from Frigolit. Shadowfiend takes it, but that's all set up by the Earthshaker. Good Fisher and well-timed sentry placement there, allowing Eskil to get himself another ton of gold. Another 200 or so. I mean, all these little bits of gold split across the other heroes is pretty good again. You're basically seeing an observe ward. Allowed for Steph style if he goes and spends it on that. Now, Nightstalker, first nighttime, he's level 4. You've really got to expect this kind of movement from him. But what's interesting is the smoke up here from the Radiant. Ace and Neuer heading up the top lane. I mean, Chocolate, he's been amped up by Krilly. Can they kill the Slaughter? Slaughter's gonna go in on the Phoenix. If he pops his stun, actually, he's gonna die straight up. Ace, Flame God, Searing Chains. Oh goodness, Trilly, the stun's there. But he's surely gonna die to this. The burn damage, they're ticking over. It's just way too much. There's no one to save him, Steph style. Couldn't get in range for the Cold Embrace. And once again, we're looking at Ryze down in bottom lane. He's nearly level 6. This Lena's getting closer and closer into that core role I was talking about. The Ryze special. We obviously do see it from a lot of other players as well. Always Want to Fly, I think, has one of the best 4-role Lenas. Where he goes, no talisman level 1. Like, it's borderline not a support to begin with. Like, Ryze definitely starts off as a support as the Focus Fire Shackle onto Eskel. Ace has another Remnant, and yeah, they're going to get the change down. Ace, though, in a bit of trouble, amped up and stunned. The bash? Is he going to get another bash? The Shackle's not going to latch, and they've got the silence. They've got Ace. And now looking for Hestejo as well. Frigolite does not. Oh, he does! Enchant Totem just leveled up. There's another stun in. But Eris Loco and Frigolite, their attack speed is reduced so drastically. Shock Alert. Oh, he doesn't have Supernova. And there's no TP in from the Lina. Great fight here from Lemondogs as they take down the 2 big cores. And they're looking for the 3rd one. Illusion blocks. Illusion blocks. The Arctic Burn hit. No. No. Wait, no, that was the, wait. That was just his right-click projectile. Never mind. Never mind.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Sorry, I'm just checking to see why I can turn myself up another touch. Turn in-game up another touch as well, and then we should be looking pretty good. Then we should be okay. So 9 minutes in, you know, Shadow Fiend, Ember Spirit pretty even. SF has died twice with 2 kills. You know, Ember's 3-1-1 with 1,000 gold to his name. And I'm assuming BOT's build here from him. The Wind Ranger, though, this is one of the trouble. Oh, goodness me. Skill shackled up, but it's level 2. Not enough lockdown to actually keep them in place, and now they turn with a Fisher. Hestejo takes a massive chunk of damage out there from the Shadow Fiend. But yeah, one thing we have to look at is that the... Oh, jeez. I missed one. One thing we have to look at, outside of the vacuum of the 1v1 matchup between SF and Wind Ranger, where, you know, Wind Ranger does incredibly well, is the progression of the heroes. Because right here, what Eskel's doing, farming jungle, and look at his net worth. 500 ahead of this Wind Ranger now. The way the Shadow Fiend kind of works is that if you get a very good start in the lane, if you have an advantageous lane, you create this gap between yourself and your opponent mid laner, and you just, you know, breeze through to your next items. I've missed 2 now. It's why we used to see Shadow Fiend picked up the mech a lot, because he'd get it like 12 minutes in. Ace, triple remnant, that's a kill. That's a kill on the Winter Wyvern. But yeah, the Wind Ranger doesn't have the same flash farm capability. She goes looking for kills. She needs those big items as quickly as she can, just off the basis of killing opponent heroes. Supernova's good here from the Phoenix, but Eris Loco shackled the latch to that tree behind him. And the power shot to finish. There's Krilly's Blink Dagger. They're looking for the aggressive play there, but I didn't quite find it. Didn't quite find it. Okay. We should be fine now. I can concentrate on this. Instead of the sound goblins messing things up. Honestly, there's some kind of gremlin infestation. Things got moved, the cameras got changed. The brightness, the gamma, everything got fiddled with. Touched by something. Easy tier 1 down the bottom lane. Focus Fire will secure that. Now, Slaughter with a blink straight up, no treads, no real stat items here. Looks like Lemondogs really want this early aggression. Give Eskel a little more time to farm himself up, get Frigolite into his Soul Ring, his Tranquils. But the actual gold spread is so much better for the Radiant. Praising the Shadow Fiend, like sure enough, he's got himself a ton of gold. Ember Spirit though. Not the BOTs, goes for the drums, and they know that they're going to be basically pushed in here. The Lemondogs are going to be playing aggressively. So how better to counter aggression with more aggression of your own? A little bit of sustainability, a little bit of defense there, but he's still jumped on. Amplified damage. Does he have a remnant? Not in time anyway. Crushed into the ground as Steph Style, shackled to the tree behind him, will be finished off by a power shot and a punch. The rest of the fight continues over on the side as Neuer, he's stunned up now, the crush onto 2, Krilly now, Earth Lucas come in and Hester Joe's ripped apart. They've lost 3 for the Winter Wyvern only in exchange. Once again, Rise on this Lina. No Laguna Blades used, no real movement into these team fights just yet. As oh goodness, he's got no dive. He's gonna have to supernova. Eris Loka, can you do this back and forth? He's not quite sure. Runs himself away. Jump forward though, Eskil. Saved by the Fisher, turns to fight with the raise down, and looks like he might have to kill off Ace, not before the Ogre actually gets a multicast down. Winter's Curse will hold him in place, and Neuer, your armor means nothing when amplified damage is up on you. Another 2 lost. And Lemondogs, is this a smoke into Roche, or is this a smoke into more kills onto the Wind Ranger? Looks like it's more kills. Wrap yourself around and stay up on the high ground. They've got Obs looking down. Rise. Hester Joe, blink forward, that's your death, that's your doom. Even with the LSA going down onto Krilly, I don't think the Laguna Blade can finish him off there. Yeah, Rise just doesn't even throw it, knowing it's not going to be enough burst damage. And here's your Mac coming out of Eskil. Oh jeez, Krilly, hello? He's run himself into the middle of 3 with a cold embrace. Laguna Blade finishes him off, and Ace is starting up here with Eris Loco actually smacking him about a little bit, taking the punches, but a 3-man, 4-man LSA from Rise clears up 1. So they get 2 for 0 as Ace has jumped into the midst of them all. Steph Style burning through from the chains, and Ace gets himself away. The burning fiery spirits, Frickly dead to Rise. A triple kill for Alina. Shadow Fiend kills off the Amber with his dying Requiem. Rise 404, deaths not found, but holy crap, he just burst out with everything he's got. He basically had done nothing but farm the entire game, get himself levels. He's up to level 10.5. He's nearly level 11. But this is what I'm talking about. Rise does very well playing a core Lina from the support role. They've given away a lot though to get him into this situation, but in the long run, is it going to make up for it? Will Rise be able to hold his own here? Goodness gracious me.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
16 to 12, 15 minutes in. Oh, nearly 2 kills a minute. Rise, what are you up to? Bottle? Yeah, there we go. Ace with the bottle out. How are we looking item-wise though? Because mech on the Shadow Fiend, that's one thing. Nice Stalker Treads earn. It's okay for an offlaner, but your Blink on Earthshaker is going to be like a pivotal item here, and it's so far... Really? You finished it? Oh god, I knew he was close, but I didn't realize he had it. Bloodstone, 15.5 minutes for your Lina. Up at top, heads to Joey, stunned, he's cursed. And he's going to get taken out by Krilly unless... No, they actually back themselves up the Supernova. It's too scary. They can't get themselves up in there. And Krilly just wants to try and pump out this minus armor. Neuer now gets a multicast out onto Estel, but he's stunned. He's held in place. The shackle for Krilly will try and lock him down. But Chocolate and... That's the Joe. Time to get yourself the hell out of here. Rise. You've walked into the wrong neck of the woods. Looked like his team wanted to fight. LSA, chains, and Krilly burnt down even through the cold embrace. Not entirely sure that was worth it. It was all broken up in too many stages. They had, you know, Supernova, Winter's Curse, and then in came the Lina, in came the Ember Spirit. And speaking of Ember Spirit, Ace, you've got your chains and you've got your remnants, but you've got to be careful where you're walking into here. Oh great, Firefox has crashed. I can't read chat anymore. BOTs. Hey up. What? What happened there? I've got a feeling he sold his boots by accident. Something funky happened there, honestly. Something not quite right happened there. Buying BOTs, selling them, buying them, and then... yeah. Interesting stuff. Well, they're smoked up, but it looks like Lemondogs, they're kind of wise to the movements here from Danish Bears. The DB have done a really great job at taking down towers. Like, you looked at the Lemondogs team fights and you thought, right, they've crushed them, they've wiped them, they've killed 3, 4, and they've, you know, they've pretty much demolished them in this team fight, but they haven't yet taken objectives. Tier 1, full HP. Tier 1, not full HP, pretty damn close to death, but towards the secret shop area. Oh, no freaking way! Ace gets the chains from downtown, and with the stuns and Dragon Slave, Eris Loco's gone. What the hell was that? 10 million cast range, slight into chains. Krilly, they wanted a tier 1, but they're not going to get it. In comes Chocolate, gets himself a killing spree, and Danish Bears, they're defending incredibly well. Defense of the Bears. But yeah, Lemondogs, they haven't taken a single tower yet. Tier 1 still very healthy. Tier 1 mid. It's looking a little bit worse for wear. But also you look at Roshan and you think, amplified damage, minus armor from Presence of the Dark Lord, Cold Embrace to heal and sustain through. They've got a good Rosh-shaking lineup. Opportunity-wise, they just haven't had it. Oh, come on. Come on!
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Noya, what do you go on this ogre? Tranquil Sovereign gives you the... oh, no way. Ace? Are you sure about this? With the Phoenix coming in, you've got some good slow and damage over time, but in comes the Cavalry. Sleight of Fist to try and dodge out. No silence, no stun, but Chocolate will take the brunt of that one. Still kills off the Shadow Fiend on the side, and Ace echoed up. He's got the Winter's Curse on him as well. The double ult blink in from the Slaughter, not in time. Still on cooldown for another couple of seconds, and Ace gets himself over the cliff, over the hills and far away, and will be able to get himself with a lovely Wind Ranger. Run themselves into the sunset as it turns to night once more. Close program. Come on. Give me Twitch chat. I need you. I need you. The night is dark and full of terrors, and I need Twitch chat to cuddle me. This Night Stalker is pretty spooky right now. Running back and forth. They've got good vision, but there we go. Daytime. Coming to the fore, and Ace, he knows it. Drums, he's going for it. Glimmer Cape out from, I guess, the Winter Wyvern. Yeah, there we go. Eris Loco gonna be saved by that one. But this Ember Spirit, he never stops. I'm a big advocate of Ember Spirits fighting at like level 9 to 12. Sort of 13 to 16, 17 minutes into the game, because, you know, you've got the 4 chains, you've got the Flame Guard, you've got your remnants to dodge, juke, and jive, get yourself in and out of team fights, and Slight to actually dodge projectiles as well. But at some point, you've got to start looking at him and thinking, he needs more farm. He needs more last hits to get himself items, but at this point, he's up there with the Shadow Fiend. He's done so well getting himself kills, and now they're looking for Eris Loco. Stunned up, power shot it, but not enough to find the killing blow. Ace, though. I mean, you've got the Flame Guard, sure enough, but there's this level 2 amplified damage now up for Krilly, and has to just trapped in with a Fissure, looking for a way out, but Blink Crush will catch the Ogre, and in comes Eskil. Shadow Fiend wants the raises. 2 raises, all he needs here. Misses the first one. Requiem should be able to clear things up here, though, as in jumps Ace with the Ember Spirit. Laguna Blade onto Krilly, the Cold Embrace, but in comes the Supernova, in the thick of things, in the middle of them all, and this should absolutely destroy them. As long as Ace can try and survive here, Remnants, he's got it, but he's not going to be able to survive through. Flame Guard was ready as well, but still, Chocolate and Rise clears up. He gets himself up to 10 Bloodstone charges.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And yeah, the only reason I'm using Firefox is because that's the only thing installed on this PC. Production PC. Production guy uses Firefox. So I have to as well.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Google Chrome for life. Yet again, we see a pretty good fight for Danish Bears. How are we actually looking overall? 5,000 net worth lead. It's not massive. Honestly, it's not it's not that huge. And the majority of this lead is actually from towers. You know, tier 2, tier 1 top, all the tier 1s have gone. Experience lead going to be a little bit bigger, yeah. Heading up to 7,500. Lemondogs, they're aggressive playstyle and strat here. They've still got some big ulti wombo combos, like, don't get me wrong. Earthshake can blink Echo once he gets the blink dagger. You got your Requiem, your Winter's Curse, and Slaughter with the Amplify, add it in with Presence of the Dark Lord. I think Roshan really is going to be the tipping point, if there is one, in the next couple of minutes. Because if the Dire can win a team fight around Rosh, take Roshan, go and take tier 1s and tier 2s, they suddenly go from being on the back foot to having full map control and map vision. They can get Ags up on Eris Locos, Night Stalker, and then they can really start to assert their dominance. Frig Elite, mate, you need to farm. You need to get yourself that blink dagger. Oh, that's something I haven't seen in quite a while. It's a topic that's come up quite a bit with Phoenix. The item progression on this hero is difficult to pinpoint and very difficult to kind of min-max because he's so reliant on his levels and his skill set. Like, level 11 is so important that Midas has really become the priority item for him. Which is kind of weird because Midas is usually like a gateway item. It's a transition item where you want, okay, I need to get to level 11 and then get this item. I need to go from point A to point C without having to go through the grinding of point B. Frig Elite, your grinding's over. Your Blink Dagger getting further and further away. Drops himself down 300 gold. Is over on the side. Actually, Eris Locos caught with a stun and a multicast out. Noya with the help of Ryze. Or Ryze with the help of Noya. Not quite sure which is which, but Roshan should be taken here by Danish Bears. Not a big issue at all. But yeah, Phoenix, Midas is usually a transitional item, but for him it's an actual pivotal item in his item build or his item progression. After that, it's almost luxury, honestly. Your Scepter, Shiva's Guard, Lotus Orb, anything you can get is utility. You just go utility items because you know that your skill set's important. That's what you want. You want to dive, you want a supernova. You are the big team fight, annoying ultimate that just stands in the middle and burns people to death. A skill. Is your BKB coming? Yeah, it is. There we go. So he's got his BKB mech, he's got survivability, but this Shadow Fiend build is becoming a little bit obsolete. Like, it's by no means a wrong build. Oh god, multicast Noya. You've walked into the middle of 3 here and you will pay for it with your life, but the dive forward. Actually, Shocklet's going to look for this. The Shackle not landing, but it's enough time for Ryze to get in there with the Light Strike Array. And Skill still not going to die. The pounding Ryze, the fiery orbs fly out onto the Courier. We get the Courier and the Shadow Fiend. All they lose is the little old ogre. But we've been seeing a lot from Shadow Fiends nowadays going, if they're very far ahead, go for a Midas early on. But a hell of a lot of people going for the S and Y, Helm of the Dominator into just physical right-click damage carry Shadow Fiend. Because if you just go for stats and strength, straight off the bat, allow your other heroes, you know... In this game, there really isn't anyone, which is the big issue and the main reason he's gone for mech, is that a lot of offlaners and a lot of supports now like to go into mech and Greaves. Mech Arcanes is a nice, natural kind of build order and progression you can get on a support. It's nothing too big, it's nothing, you know, incredibly difficult to pick up. And Shadow Fiends, if they do go into S and Y, try and build into the Helm and Satanic, they then also aren't limited with their item slots, because that's something that you do actually fall into a trap more often than not with Shadow Fiend. Item slot limitation. You've got a mech, 40 minutes in, you realize, hang on a second, I've got to sell this mech. Sure, it gave me a ton of utility early on, but you're still got to get rid of it for something bigger, something better. We are looking at a BKB over on Krilly though, and once they get that, their fighting power is amplified incredibly. If they can get a blink over on the Wyvern as well, initiation goes through the roof. But I just want to go back to what I said during the draft about Ryze's Lina. I just want to look at Ryze's net worth right now. 11,400. Honestly, it is insane. absolutely insane. This is a 4-role Lina. Like, this hero was picked up as a support. He didn't do very supporty things. You know, he didn't TP to help teammates, didn't do anything like that. And Ember Spirit is kind of lacked in his progression because of it. But they've done a ton. They've done an absolute ton of damage over to Lemondogs. Just look at where Eskill's standing. Shadow Fiend is afraid. This demonic figure is afraid of a little Lina, of a little Wind Ranger. These red-headed ladies are actually scary to this Dark Lord. I'm not surprised. Aegis on has to Joe, Aghanim's Blink. He's got enough damage output to rip the Shadow Fiend a new one. Now we're getting a bit of split push done though. Behind Eskill, obviously, is a good woman, Steph Starla, Winter Wyvern, just hiding, waiting with the Glimmer Cape and everything like that. Rise. Oh, Rise. Missed the LSA, but Laguna Blade and the right click attacks come out. Here's the curse, and Rise, you dead here. Chocolate wants to come back in. The deny out from the suicide is just in time, and they'll trade off. Hester Joe should be able to pick up this kill onto Eskill with a few more right clicks. A power shot should do it. No, just blink forward and find the kill like that. Winter Wyvern did get herself away though. Found a way to TP somehow. Krilly, have you got your BKB? Pretty much done. And Frigil, okay, here we go. So Lemondogs, they've got to get Shadow Fiend Souls, and then they have to pick a team fight. Either at their tier 3, but that's going to be difficult because the way that Danish Bears engage is having like an Ember Spirit here, having the Phoenix here, the Wind Ranger here, the Lina here, and there's no way to get a big Echo Slam into the middle of all of them. You know, there's not going to be 5 heroes all up on the high ground. So they could look for the fight at the high ground and defend tier 3 with Blink Echo and Winter's Curse, but I think the best way is to do this. Smoke yourself out of base, and do something like go around. Like, literally go the long way around. Have someone like the Night Stalker stand up here, bait them out a little bit. Push out top lane definitely is a necessity here. But you need to go and tip the balance in terms of positioning. You've really got to go and find yourself the great opening onto heroes like the Ember Spirit, because he's squishy. He's squishy as all hell. With Manta-style BOTs, if his Flame Guard is down especially, you can just take him out, delete him from the fight instantly, force him to buy back. But the way it looks, they've actually forced them away from their base already. Ogre with a Force Staff, Hester Joe. Mr. Rotten. Curse onto Ace, they're pushed out of the base, and this is what they found, the Blink Echo as well, and in comes Krilly. They clean up Ace, there's no defense out from the rest of the team. Over on the side, Winter Wyvern died. But this Wind Ranger, Blink's available, should be able to get himself away. There's no further Blink stuns out from the Dire. Lemondogs do lose their Night Stalker as well, but they've stopped the aggressive push forward. Like right now, Danish Bears, A, don't want to buy back the Ember Spirit, and B, don't want to be pushing high ground without the Ember Spirit. Aegis has gone on the Wind Ranger as well, so waiting for next Roshan that's what you're looking for here. Danish Bears control lanes, shove them as hard as you can without putting yourself into a position where you can get picked off like that again. Even though Winter's Curse is down and Winter Wyvern is dead, the big teamfight ulti that she does provide is only a part of Lemondog's actual aggressive options. We've already seen Blink forward from the Slaughter on the Earthshaker. They've got so much stun between them that they can keep people held. Hey, now that's a little bit rude. Shadow Fiend's not afraid of Lina and Wind Ranger because they have no souls. Gingers have souls. Definitely have souls. I was Ginger once. In my youth. I had orange hair. And Toby's... that's a good point, actually. Toby's Ginger. I'm not sure... Yeah, I'm not sure about this anymore. I'm gonna have to rethink. I'm gonna have to rethink that one. 3 heroes from the Radiant up in the top 3 net worth. Eskill the Shadow Fiend. A hero that the majority of well, He's definitely a hero that always wants to be at the top of the net worth. He wants to flash farm, he wants to be a good 2,000-3,000 net worth ahead of his opponents. And when he has 3 people above him, you know you're in a rough position. Oh, step style. He's caught on the blink forward. LSA's going to land on the step style. Got the curse down to Ace though, and Ember Spirit's dead again. He's just going to get ripped apart. Mantis out, but Echo Slam will catch Noir as well. Blink forward, jump, dive. Chocolate wants the Supernova and should be able to get on top of them all. And Laguna Blade will take him down. Rise finds the kill there. And the Nova will land as Eris Loco doesn't get the gem. Rise, wait. Oh god, does Chocolate have it? Chocolate has the gem. LSA, is this going to be enough damage? There's no dive available. And it looks like Chocolate should just die here to the right-click attacks, but Krilly pounded into the ground and Rise. He holds the only route. No, there's another route of escape. Eris Loco can run this way, can't he? Can't he? No, he can't. Yes, he can. No, he can't. There's a tree. There's a tree in the way. There's something in the way. He can't get himself away. Rise, what the hell is going on? I'm sure he could have run through here. He wanted to stand and fight against the Lina. The level 19 Lina with 15,000 net worth, with the plate mail and the bloodstone, and oh my god! Was Hester Joe even a part of that fight? He rocks up and is like, yeah, I'm here to take tier 3 towers. What up, guys? And with no big ultis, Winter's Curse 25, 60 seconds, a whole minute until Echo Slam. Ace just TP's up the top, and this is going to be... Oh, there's a glyph. They've got to go for ranged, or... Oh, they're going for melee. A little bit of chip damage. Not going to finish it off. Actually looking for Frigolite. They go for the kill and the jump forward. Chains on 2. Steph style heals himself. Still have to be a little bit careful. Honestly, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. The Ignite just flying out onto everybody. I'm gonna go and cry. You're all being mean to me. Are you sprinting looking for a kill? You have been spotted every step of the way. Every step of the way. They knew you were coming. And you have no buyback. This is problematic for Lemondogs. As in, this is possibly game over for Lemondogs. Eskil. Oh god, he's gonna have to pop his BKB just to run. They have no BKB SF, they've got no Slardar. Wait, does he have buyback soon? No. No. Incorrect, he does not have buyback anytime soon. Step style, it's all on you and Frigolite right now. Winter's Curse, Echo Slam, go looking for it, go fish. Frigolite, jump forward, you gotta go. I'll blink back from Hasajo and make sure that there's no initiation. And with a chain spam out with a slight fist, Ace is just absolutely stopping any aggressive play possible. Frigolite, it's... Honestly, is it worth just letting these racks fall? Because Glyph has been popped now. I don't think they want to. Danish Bear's a little bit worried about pushing a little bit too hard in. Slardar's back up and running and he's got his BKB. So that initiation power I was talking about before is... It's always there. It's always there. So, Rise. AC, you have a Shiva's Guard over on your Phoenix. Okay. Casual plate mail. I mean, it's honestly perfectly, more than perfectly great. It's beautiful, the casual plate mail. Up against the Slardar on the Shadow Fiend, you need armor. Simple as that. So now he's got the armor, he goes for damage. This is what Lemondogs need. But this is not what Lemondogs can have. Shackle shot, Eskil latch to Krilly, has to Joe though caught in the Winner's Curse, but in they come. Everyone's here and ready. The Supernova not going to be placed up on the high ground. Sans is out onto Chocolate, and he's stunned. Crushed down the Yule Scepter. He's going to be able to get Supernova off in time. He does with the LSA through. Rise gets the stun onto 3 again, and they can't bring the Supernova down fast enough. Lands onto the head of the Night Stalker. Welcome to the Day Stalker. Dayman. Eskil. down and out as well, and that was the last-ditch effort from Lemondogs. They've got one more chance to defend their high ground. Good thing here is, you know, there's no mana, very limited HP out on the Radiant Heroes. With the Sun Ray, okay, they've just got no mana now. They're back up to full HP. Oh, how does that song go now from Always Sunny? Dayman, Fighter of the Nightman. I kept thinking Slayer of the Nightman for some reason. Oh, Jesus, what? Hello?
Dire's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's
Died, Courier died.
are under attack.
Dayman, Fighter of the Nightman. The Nightman cometh.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
Well, bot racks are gone. Tier 3 mid, probably gone as well, with Rise damage output being incredibly big. Hester Joe has Aegis, so he's not too worried about being jumped on there. Still doesn't want to waste it. Oh, this is it. This is your last chance, Saloon. The last stand. Gotta make something happen with this. But it can't be one. It can't just be one hero, and it definitely cannot be the Ogre. Like, this does nothing for them. Ogre's dead. Woohoo! What do we do now, guys? This is the problem. Like, they didn't use any ultimates there, so it was a kill for the sake of a kill. They used smoke, they got a kill, and they kind of scare Danish bears. You know, they push them back, they make sure that there's not going to be any instant aggression coming out. But there are no overbearing consequences for Danish bears from that kill. Unless they lose someone now. If they lose the Wind Ranger twice, or the Ember Spirit up at top, that's when things get a little bit rough. But where Lemondogs are standing right here, they're not actually going to find anybody. Not going to find anyone at all. Oh dear. Skill. Can you BKB TP? I don't think you've got it in you. Hester Joe pops his BKB. Now the Echo Slam onto the side. They're going to stop the TP coming in, actually. Who was that from? I'm guessing Galena. Oh, no. No! No! Did that just happen? They had no stuns left. They could have went as oh, maybe they just didn't have vision. Oh boy. Oh, that's super unfortunate. I don't know what the Phoenix was doing either. He hates catapults apparently. Shackle doesn't latch, but Erislook BKBs and gets cold embraced. Truly. Yeah, lands the crush down onto Hester Joe, but the wind run will allow her to escape from that. Noya, Ace is going to start wailing on into this Ogre. They've got a good amount of minus armor there onto him as well, but Stepstall and Askill, yeah, I'm not sure about this. The Requiem will slow and do a good amount of damage. 3-man crush with Frigoli. There's no Echo, but he gets a 4-man picture. Down goes the Wind Ranger. Secondary life coming up, and Ember Spirit's gone as well. Chocolate, Supernova does land, and Krilly will pay for that with his life. But do you go in? Do you go looking for the kills now? Rise. Oh, you've been spotted. They know you're here. Stick charges up. He's got them. He's going to try and turn and fight. They get the Earthshaker. No problems. No questions asked. Gems on the ground, and you've got to start picking that one up because the Courier is actually coming across to look for it. So second lane of Rax is going to get taken out here by the Radiant. Oh, dearie me. Skill. BKB from Hester Joe with Cold Embrace will mitigate all the damage out from the Wind Ranger. They're not going to get the stun down onto a Rise. They don't have a gem right, they don't have any reveal, nothing to see Rise in his invisibility. Krilly now turned around on the Blink Shackle, and the TP from Ember Spirit cancelled out. Killed the creeps off, and they'll look for Rise. This should be a suicide. Kills himself with a Bloodstone. Oh, dearie me. Lemondogs are holding on. They're grasping at straws, but they're holding on. It's getting a little bit difficult for Danish Bears to push up the high ground without finding a big old team fight out front. Oh. I look over for a second and all I see is a full page of XD. Fuck that catapult. I wish I had a rewind. I wish I could actually rewind and go and look at what he was doing. I guess he just like Yule Shivered and cast all his spells on it. Gotta kill catapult somehow. Monkey King Bar. Rise is still top of the net worth. Honestly, I thought he would slow down a little bit. He has non-stop found kills. He started off 4-0-4, and now he's 13-3-13. He likes this, huh? He likes the similarity in numbers. Does Slaughter have anything big? AC is yeah. It is a fair distance away. Honestly, a fair old distance. Daedalus nearly complete out for your Wind Ranger. And there's one lane between Danish Bears and a victory, and tying the series up. The Lemondogs, they do hold the 1-0 advantage so far in this two-game series. Danish Bears, they want vengeance. They want sweet revenge for what happened in game number 1 the other week. Here we go. This is what we want. Ogre, multicast, fire blast. Let's go, mate. Let's go. How many people can you kill? Well, Winter's Curse. Start things off here onto the Wind Ranger. She's got her BKB available, but Echo Slam forced out her back now. She's already going to die, though, with a backup from Krilly. Eskil held in place from Supernova with the Shiva's Guard. They've got to right-click down the Supernova, and it looks like they might just do it. The hits are there. They've got the Supernova, and down goes the Phoenix, and this is looking disastrous for Demon Bears, Danish Bears, whoever Bears. Steph Star's dropping low, but the Ember Spirit, he's cleaning up. Rise has the damage and a buyback out from Hester Cho. That's what made it all worth it. Wind Ranger buys back, gets into the fight straight away, and Lemondogs, they've got to start buying back themselves. They're going to lose to tier 3, they're going to lose ranks, they might even just lose their tier 4s and throne. Buybacks galore, here we go. Shadow Fiend, Earthshaker, Night Stalker. 3, 2, 1, fight, Blink Crush, there we go, start things off with a Shackle, Hester Joe gets it on them both. With the LSA, the damage output is just absolutely demolishing them. Eris Loco, I'm not sure about escaping this one. Shadow Fiend, he's a target. Yep, gonna kill that skill. Kill the Shadow Fiend off. Watch him die. The 3 souls he had. How many souls did he have? 24. Not too many. Nice Stalker's left to defend his base on his own though, and GG is called. So Lemondogs, we win game number 1, but Danish Bears come back to tie it up 1 apiece in this two-game series. And next up, Funfyong's going up against Lemondogs in a couple of minutes, guys. We shouldn't have a long break. Should be straight into it. Get ourselves into that game. That's going to be the full 2-game series as Lemondogs continue their night going up against one of the stronger teams in Europe, Funfyong's. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, guys. We'll have a short little break. Hopefully, nothing goes wrong. But don't go anywhere.